All right, so we have Buffie Purcell with us today. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
A-
Hola.
Anytime. We've been trying to do this, and we're gonna get this done today. Okay.
That's right. The devil is a lie. We're gonna do
That's
this
I was
today.
just about to say that the devil is a lie. This is our third time. Okay, so you are a finance tech expert. You are the creator of Crawl Before You Ball.
Yeah.
And you are on the Married to Medicine. You are part of the Married to Medicine cast. Okay, you are married to Dr. David Purcell, a well-known, respected Atlanta psychiatrist, and
former Married to Medicine friend.
Oh. And
I was never cast, honey.
And I told you,
I was never a part of the cast.
Okay, I was like, jump in. You know, we write these little excerpts to kind of give introductions so that if people are watching, they kind of know, just some background so they can go look you up as well and kind of, catch up on some things if we talk about things that they're not necessarily familiar with. And so I apologize for messing up your insert. Like I said, I got to get used to these teeth in my mouth.
Oh, no. That was a shame.
Okay.
No. A lot of people thought I was cast.
Oh, no, I did, especially the way that things went between you and Dr. Jackie, but we'll talk about that later. Okay. And so how did you feel your introduction onto the show was? Was everyone welcoming okay, so you're not cast. What could we call you?
Friend. I was
friend.
A friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
It's important that we make the distinction between the two because friends shouldn't be held to the same standards as main cast because we don't get the same points.
That part. Okay. How did everyone welcome you as a friend onto the show in the beginning before things got a little messy?
When I first came onto the show, I attended Heavenly's parking lot party, as I call it. And everyone seemed to be kind and fine with me. There was no shade or anything from the beginning.
Because I was going to ask, did you know any of the cast members like Dr. Heavenly or Dr. Jackie prior to filming or anything like that? That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, I had met Jackie and I knew Simone, but I didn't know any of the other women. Okay.
Now, let's go ahead and jump right into the messiness with Jackie. Okay. Because, she is a well-known OB to, I want to say Atlanta's rich and wealthy, but she does take Medicaid. I do want to put that out there just in case anybody thinks that she doesn't. I know my sister.
She'd be crazy not to.
Right. Like, how would you get paid? Everybody having babies on this state. I would. Shit. If I could. Correct. They caught me, though, so I had to go on and give them that little Blue Cross Blue shit. I did. When I had my son recently, 2 years ago, they automatically, when you go to your first doctor's appointment, they automatically assume you need Medicaid. So because we black. So the nurse went ahead and filed for it. And then I was like, are you serious? And I had Blue Cross Blue Shield. So I was like, well, shit, let me use this. And my sister was like, they're going to catch your ass and you're going to have to pay it back. And I kid you not, they caught me. And so I just had to drop the Medicaid. I was down there in the defects office in Marietta, sitting down all day, 7 months pregnant, talking to winos and stuff. And they were like,
no!
Yeah, it was definitely a day. It was all day. It was like number B35. And I'm like, I went and got McDonald's, came back. They still ain't called my number. You know how it is down there. Not that no, but I'm just saying, I grew up.
I know.
I grew up. You had to look. Everybody got to go to that centralized location to get their child support, food stamps, Medicaid, all that shit. So, yes. So I was down there 7 months pregnant with my son. Now, like I said, Dr. Jackie, she's a well-known OB. Was she ever a real doctor to you? All right, winos, welcome back to my kitchen. It is 4:30 a.m. in the morning. I know you guys are still asleep. And I'm up, okay? I'm about to go to the gym, and I wanted you guys to see me in rare form again, okay? And so this morning, I'm quite busy, okay? And being that I'm busy, I don't have time to make my normal smoothie, okay? You got some organic greens, some frozen fruits, some protein powder, things things of that such. But when I'm busy in the mornings and I don't have time to really eat healthy and I need a compact amount of vitamins and minerals, okay, and veggies all in one, I use Teamy Blends Superfood Greens, okay? It has matcha, spirulina, I hope I said that right, okay? As well as wheatgrass. It's got acai. I mean, it's got a whole host of things packed into one scoop of powder, okay? And so like I said, making a regular smoothie can take a lot of time, but this is really easy and you're gonna see me do it right here, okay? So all I do is I take my Teamy Blends cup that you're gonna get when you order Teamy Blends products, okay? This is their tea here, okay? We talked about their tea last time. Sometimes I do put this in my smoothie too. Don't get it twisted, all right? So I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna remove my little tea, extractor. I'm gonna grab some nice filtered water from my refrigerator, and I like to fill this up because that one scoop has a lot in it, okay? Like I said, it's got chlorophyll. Let me name some of the things here. Spirulina, spinach leaf powder, okay? Broccoli powder, kale powder, all right here. And so this is all I'm gonna do. Because like I said, I'm busy making this for you. It's a little messy too, but that's okay. I got my little wipes over here. One scoop. I'm going to kind of level that off right there because I don't want to do too much, And I just drop it in here, okay? Now, one thing that I like too, let me go ahead and get it off my hands if I can, okay? I'm going to, yikes. Sorry, I wanted y'all to see the tea too, okay? Because that helped me detox, okay? So I'm just going to add the lid here, okay? Make sure it's tight now, all right? Hold that. And I'm just gonna shake, okay? And this is my morning smoothie, my green smoothie, okay? My superfood blend, as well as my oral and liquid multivitamin. And one thing that I love about this too, because it's in liquid form, when you don't eat a lot of solid food is a little harder to digest. This just kind of goes down smooth, and it actually helps to improve gut health as well, okay? Because you guys know, all the greens, all of God's fruits and vegetables and things like that help to improve gut health, which leads to a stronger immune system, okay? Because the immune system is right here, okay? Right here with its HlPAA at, all right? Now, all I'm gonna do, go ahead and drink. And it honestly tastes like water. It's not nasty or anything like that. I like that it tastes like water. So when I put it in the water, it has a green kind of taste, but like I said, it's very mild, all right? And before I mention my coupon code that I'm going to give you in just a second that you can access below in the description box as well as in the comments, please do not forget, okay? This is 4 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables in one scoop, okay? If you're not a big eater, if you don't like fruits and vegetables, this is it. One scoop, okay? Packed, full of vitamins and minerals, okay? Now, in order to get your 4 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables in one scoop, okay, for one low price, please do not forget to take advantage of my coupon code UNWINE and get 20% off your first order, okay? The link is below in the description box as well as in the comments.
No, she's never my physician, but I did know her prior to filming because a mutual friend recommended her. I have a client who owns a clinical research business.
Okay.
And I'm a business manager for them. And I told them, if you want to get minorities interested in clinical research, you're going to have to diversify your physicians. Everybody white up here. You need to hire some Black doctors or Black people are not going to come.
Right.
And so they asked me if I had any recommendations. I asked my friend, she said, oh, Jackie wants to get into clinical research. So she and I talked on the phone, and then she came to interview, and that was the first time she dissed me. Yeah, she went at the interview. Yeah, she came to the interview. And mind you, she and I talked on the phone. I'm offering her a gig that pays $200,000 a year to work part-time. Like, it's a sister putting another sister on into another industry, right? And my clients were just going to hire her based on what I said, but they wanted to meet with her. And because I knew I was going to be on the show, I decided not to be in her interview. But my husband was in the interview with the other owners of the company. And when she went in there with all the white folk, they said, well, Buffy wants us to do blah, blah, blah. And she said, Buffy who? And I just,
I would have been like, this shit is over. I would have walked in the room, get your bags, get your little Chanel first, your little fake Chanel, get the hell out. Are you serious?
Yes. And they came back and told me. They were like, Sheila, I should have known who you were. And it's just like, so she didn't get the job and we gave it to Simone. And Simone's still working there to this day.
200K. Shout out to Simone.
Yeah, I don't know how much Simone making, because I don't know how much she working, but that was how much.
I mean, I had to say, I knew Dr. Jackie's reputation was kind of but I didn't know she was out here doing like that. Even if you are in a professional interview, like, even if you shouldn't throw shade. You should always keep it neutral. You never know who knows who. And see, like, you see what happens?
It was just very much, you got around the white people and you didn't know the sister who put you on to me. That's what it was giving to me.
I got a little story to tell about her later too.
Okay.
Now, so I guess helping her, because my next question was going to be, did you agree to like help her push a storyline? Because for her to put your personal business out, no?
Listen, I only met her to offer her this job. I didn't know her from Adam, Eve, Grandma, nobody. I didn't know her. So no, I didn't agree to any storyline. I didn't tell her my personal business. We're not friends. She's not my contemporary. She's in my mom's age range. No shade, but it's the truth. And so no, I was not braiding her hair and telling her my life story. That did not occur. Ooh. No matter how they try to paint it, that did not happen.
Ooh. Now, there came a time, because I do know on one of the episodes, this is before the pandemic happened, and I believe the show got shut down from filming. Now, before it got shut down, I guess she was giving some sort of speech, and somehow, and this was after you offered her the gig, correct?
Oh yeah, that happened prior to filming.
Okay, yeah. And so she knew, okay, so she knew about you trying to give her the gig and still decided to go up and tell the world that you had issues bearing children.
Well, she called me infertile, which I feel is
that's kind of demonic. Like, how are you
a
woman
it's evil. And she likes to say that, well, it's a medical term, but she says that she was trying to relate to me at her book release cover party, because her book wasn't finished being written at that point. And she, said that's all she could come up with, that she could, to try to have a connection with me, which is ridiculous because I'm a successful entrepreneur. She knew some other things about me because I'm the girl offering you this gig, but you want to say that. And I was like, well, how does she even know that? Because I never told her that.
Because I was going to ask, like, did you guys have a private session or something? Like, did she break HIPAA code?
Well, somebody else might have broken HIPAA, but she did not. But with that, I was not her patient, nor was I her good girlfriend. She did not. I never told her that. And I wondered, I was like, well, how would she know that? And then I thought about who I had told that. And it was Simone. Simone told her.
Why would Simone be discussing what's going on in your body?
I don't know. I'm curious. I want to know the answer to that as well. And she admitted to me that she told her. She said they were on their way to my Fab and Frugal party at my house, and they were in the car together. And she said, I might have told her that you, have difficulties carrying a baby to term and that you're a bit sensitive about it. And I was like, what?
If I'm sensitive, if she knew that you were sensitive about it, why even say anything?
Why tell her my business anyway? I mean, if I know that there are people out here who look at me and they say, well, I don't have any empathy for her because she got money. She could have done this, this, and this. But I have to give an example of, what if you had a friend that you sent a sonogram or ultrasound picture to and was like, I'm pregnant, then later decided to have an abortion, told your friend, then your friend put it on social media, and now you got to deal with everybody judging you, and then they make you look like the villain for making a decision about your body. Of course, my decision, it was not a decision for me. My body, I just can't carry a baby to term. And the fact that I think a lot of people think because of this character that she is, that they've created over all these years as Jesus of Nazareth, Mother Teresa, she can do no wrong. It was difficult for people to believe that she actually said this in a malicious way. And she did, because there's no, you just can't make it up. Like, you're an OBGYN. You're not just somebody that is a gynecologist. You are an OBGYN, meaning you take care of women who go through the journey. They see women like me every day. who are trying to get pregnant or trying to, have a baby. And for her to violate me in such a horrific way, it was difficult for the viewers to believe that it happened. But I'm here to tell you it did.
No, I mean, I could tell when someone is being malicious. And as someone who is a professional, someone who has done over 15 years of schooling in the field, and they spend a lot of time with how learning and training how to approach patients, how to be very modest when it comes to patients. And being that she is a well-respected OB/GYN here in Atlanta, and a lot of Black women are under her care, for her to even think that it would be okay after working in her profession for so many years to announce that, and you never told her that, is mind-boggling. To me, it was unprofessional. To me, I would never personally recommend anybody to see her. But of course, because she does take Medicaid, a lot of people do see, oh, she's a celebrity, she's Dr. Jackie, and I'm gonna go to her because I want to feel that, it could be one of my sisters or someone renowned is delivering my baby. And so I thought it was a bit tasteless. I thought it was a bit classless, and it really showed her character. And being that she does care for a lot of Black women who do have fertility issues, that's just a whole nother conversation in itself. And I'm not buying it. And I can't believe that the viewers wouldn't buy it. Like, think about it. Like, how would, if anyone would have put themselves in your shoes, and have that announced in front of everybody, millions of people, is that okay? When do you see doctors talking like that? You don't.
Never. And it was like 200 people in this room that I don't know.
And millions of viewers watching.
Millions of viewers on the television show. And then to, and I'll because child, I keep going. Let me
no, keep going. That's what we're here for. Keep going.
Okay, and then I didn't react in the moment because I'm Southern. It was her event. I was shocked. Like, did this happen? Like, did she really say that? And I saw your facial expression. So I was taken aback, and I've worked so hard, as you said, when you're professional, to not be reactive in a professional, you know what I mean? To like pop off and not to mention she is my elder, and that's not shade when I say that. She's significantly older than me. And sometimes old people do crazy stuff, and I'm Southern, and you talk to them to the side about it later, right? Whatever, or wherever, you talk to them about it later. I thought she would come to me and be like, oh, that was a slip, apologize. That didn't happen that night. She went on with her party, just like whatever. And the next time I saw her, because they put these episodes in whatever order they want. The next time I saw her was when we were in Cabo, and Contessa brought it up at the dinner table, and I told Jackie, I didn't think that was good for you to do. Why would you think it's okay to tell a room full of strangers that I'm infertile? And I'm not infertile. Like, that is, that word doesn't describe me as a human being. And when she sneered at me and was like, whatever, Buffy, and went off and said all that horrific stuff and said, fine, I get it. Don't talk to me anymore. Blah, blah, blah. That was my real apology. That was the apology I got. The one where she went off on me and said, and I don't need to hear nothing else from you tonight. The subsequent 8 million other apology tour that everybody heard was of Simone's doing. I never asked Jackie for anything. I don't need nothing from her. I don't look at her like she Jesus of Nazareth, like the rest of those women do. I don't see that there's any there. Yeah. And so, that was them trying to repair her this image that they've cultivated over the years. They and even Simone said recently, she went to her off camera, was like, girl, you got to clean that up, because it was real. She really went off. Like, how dare you, peasant, say anything,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, where are you from?
I'm from Valdosta, the country, honey.
Yeah, you're from the country. My sisters were born in Valdosta. I remember when there was nothing there.
So
military base and trailer parks. It just came a long way. Yes. Yep. I would have drugged Jackie off that fucking stage at her own event. I'm reactive like that. Like, you embarrass me, I'm gonna embarrass you. And it's going to be in front of your own people. There would have been nothing she would have said to keep me off her ass. And I don't advocate for violence, but you are not going to embarrass me and my family and have the world attacking me as if what you said is true.
That's not my character, unfortunately. I wish that, well, no, I'm proud of how I reacted.
I
I
mean,
was being
you should be, but
authentic
you got to keep a
myself.
friend like me in your back pocket.
I agree.
Listen, you got to
Yeah.
have some girls you could call up and be like, I can't. And they be like, we got you. You know
But
what
you
I'm
know
saying?
what? You can't do it either. When you have certain level of assets, you can't really pop off.
She delivered my cousin's baby. And my cousin was so excited. Oh my God, Jackie. So, and I was beside my cousin because at the time she didn't know who her baby father was. So, I was the acting
It'd be
baby.
like that sometimes.
I know I was the acting baby father. And Dr. Jackie walked in. And I got to tell you, her hair was done. I was very shocked to see, with my cousin being wide open, her hair was falling. She didn't have anything holding her hair back. She put on one glove. Her jacket was dirty, dingy, and wrinkled. She had on jeans and heels. And she walked into the room like that at 2 a.m. And I was just like, is this the doctor? I said, this is who you chose?
Crazy.
And I'm like, and I asked her, I said, are you going to, and she probably remembered me. I said, you going to put your hair up? Because I don't want no hair. And she's like, oh, yeah. So she goes over there, she tries to put her hair in a ponytail, and then she puts on one glove. And I kid you not, when I say she didn't really do anything, all she did was kind of, stick her hand in and twist the baby, and then took off her glove and let the other doctors came in. I was just come in and then she walked out, you okay? And walks out. I was just like, and when I've had my babies, my doctors didn't leave nobody else with me. No. I was just shocked. You know what I'm saying? She just kind of walked out, left my sister there, didn't stay to check on her. And it was pretty much like a training doctor that was in there. And she was a Black woman. Mm-hmm. And anything could have went wrong. And that's when I kind of just lost all kind of respect for her. I've had Black practitioners operate on me. I prefer Black practitioners, but it was just kind of, I'm doing this for the fame, for the look, for the prestige. I'm not doing this because I really actually care about these Black women. And we lose more Black women in childbirth than any other race.
Yeah, I have an aunt who died in childbirth 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Let's switch it up. Toya Bush Harris. And
I like Toya.
I think she's cool. I haven't met her. I need to bring her on the show.
You should.
I'm gonna try to make that happen. And Dr. Simone were not. I didn't feel that they were as comforting to the issue, given, especially on the show, given that you have, and I did ask her permission before I put this out because I don't want people thinking I'm just, sidelining you. Given that, carrying a child to term is one thing, but then you have other unfortunate medical issues that you deal with that kind of, I don't know if that plays a part in you carrying a child to term. You do have lupus, and I did ask before we, because I mean that's very personal. I appreciate.
Yeah, I appreciate you asking my permission before you disclose my medical information.
Yeah,
unlike other people.
I'm like, if you out here, people be like, Natasha, wait a minute, if you out here giving people STDs, I'm gonna put your ass on blast. That's different. But when you are battling, and I haven't really seen you talk about your issues with lupus. Can you break it down how lupus first affects you and how it affects you carrying a child to term? And do you feel that Toya and Dr. Simone and other cast members were very, because I didn't feel that they were very sympathetic to your situation, especially being put on blast by Dr. Jackson. Do you feel like they could have did more? They could have offered more comfort. They could have checked on you more. And I know that was a couple questions there, so.
It's fine. Sorry. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm actually the national ambassador for Lupus Foundation of America.
Nice.
So I talk about lupus a lot. Okay. We don't really know what my problem, is, or our problem is in terms of my being able to carry a child to term, but lupus is probably the major factor.
Okay.
I deal with chronic pain and flare-ups and fatigue, and it also causes depression and, just it's difficult to schedule your life because you
Mm-hmm.
never know if you're going to wake up in pain and can't walk, can't get out of the bed because the
Mm-hmm.
pain is so debilitating. And, I take steroids, which cause me to puff up to manage my pain. And, there are lots of things that come with having lupus. And I do remember I did share that I had lupus with the women. And because I remember Jackie saying, that breast cancer robbed her of her fertility, I guess, 20 years ago. And I said, well, lupus likely robbed me of mine.
Dr.
But,
Jackie.
they didn't want to do that.
Dr. Jackie said that.
Jackie said that breast cancer robbed her of her fertility almost 20 years ago.
They didn't put that part out, I don't think. Did they put that part out?
Yes, they did. It was on the show. That was what she said.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what she said. And so, I have issues with that too. It's just, I ain't gonna go into that. But
it's okay.
Yeah. So, and then your other question was, do I think that that Toya and Simone? I believe that Toya was more supportive of me actually than Simone.
Okay.
Toya did call me afterwards. Toya actually stood up for me at that table that day. Simone said, "You got to understand Jackie's part." And what Jackie's saying, and I looked at her like, "Are you kidding me?
You shouldn't have ran your fucking mouth. I'm sorry."
Right, you're an OBGYN and my friend who brought me on the show, and you're defending this woman who's violated me in such a horrific way and is now continuing to gaslight me and violate me even more by saying you don't even have the right to damn talk about it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm so sorry that you went through that too, and that you didn't have your protection from your own sisters. Did Dr. Heavenly ever show you any support or anything like that?
Girl, Heavenly said to me at that table, and they cut it out. She said, "Well, Jackie didn't lie. Your uterus don't work, do it?" That's exactly what that woman said to me. That's exactly what that woman said to me. Word for word. Jackie didn't lie. Your uterus don't work, do it? And nobody said that's out of line. Nobody. That was when you saw me curse Heavenly out. That was when I said, "I'm tired of your damn mother." That's when I went off. I was like, why are y'all trying to kill a bitch? I'm sorry if I'm cussing, I ain't allowed to cuss.
No, you're good. You're allowed to curse, yeah.
I was like, what the hell did I do for all y'all to be coming at me like what? It's not adding up. Like, I'm a friend. I'm not trying to get your job. My expectation, I was going to come on this show up at a couple of events, be cute, maybe get a one-liner or two in, not be on every damn episode except one and all three of the reunion. You need to take this up with other people, not me, if you're worried about your spot. Because that's the only thing I could think of for them to be the way that they were.
Or they needed a pawn for those ratings.
True.
And I feel like you were kind of thrown into the lion's den for them to attack you. I
just haven't seen them attack any of the other friends in that way before.
And you're so nice. I don't get it. You're like so sweet.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Till I'm not.
You're too nice.
Mm-hmm. Well,
we're gonna need to work on your resting bitch face.
I'm a happy person, I don't want to.
But when you come in a certain company of people who will try you, you work on your resting bitch face, they'll back up 5 feet. Arms length away.
I don't need them. You know what? I don't need them to back up. I think people need to be okay with being around someone who's a light of happiness.
Yeah.
And if your demons are upset by my bright light, then you back up. I'm not gonna change who I am for anybody. I'm a happy person.
That's just sad.
And that's what it is.
That's just sad. And I catch the show here and there. I'm not a fan of these women. I'm in media, so of course I have to follow a lot of what's going on, but you were one of the main ones I wanted to talk to, especially after that bullshit happened. And I did not know that Dr. Heavenly said that. Like, I knew she wasn't shit when she interviewed when she interviewed her supposed best friend's husband for ratings, Martell Holt. And then call herself trying to cuss him out at the end with that old squeaky ass voice. What are you doing? You did that for you. Like I said, a lot that we do, of course, for ratings, but you got to have some boundaries in what you do.
Thank you. That part.
There's no way that I could be a friend to Melody, be around the kids, interview her husband, let the husband embarrass her that way, and then you call yourself trying to cuss him out in the end like you really gave a damn. It didn't even come off as genuine. And I mean, that's a whole nother topic, but that's when I knew she wasn't shit.
Yeah.
So,
you know, some of them have sociopathic tendencies, you know, they're just, there's no conscience, you know, there's no limit. It's, you know, I'm gonna get this money, however, whoever I got to step on to do it. And, you know, I'm not trying to have anybody cry me a river, but I need people to understand that folks need to be held accountable. If you are an OBGYN and you vow to do no harm and you do harm to another Black woman on this platform and profit from it, then there should be some consequences.
I believe so too. I do. But you know, they're profiting off of the devaluing of Black women, and they're showing that even in professional environments that we still are the lowest and like just classless group of women. And I hate to say that, but it's true. I mean, look at the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, yeah, these women are successful, but what sells? Seeing them act the way that, you know, people have always portrayed us.
Right. And then when somebody like me comes along and I don't drag somebody off the stage and I react like a lot of Black women would in real life, where they would collect themselves and not act a fool, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
See, I'm
gonna give these people what they ask for. You call me ignorant, I'm gonna show you ignorant. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I was raised. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna be two ignorant motherfuckers in here fighting. That's just what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
I honestly was just shocked that this woman would do something so crazy.
My God. Now, so you are in finance now. I do want to talk about, because you were on the show Crawl Before You Ball. How's that going?
So Crawl Before You Ball is a book that I wrote about 15 years ago.
I thought it was a show. I got to do my homework better. Child, this is bad.
But you know what? But to be determined. That's being worked on.
My producer, she was like, yeah, she got that going. I was like, oh, that's nice. I got to watch it. So I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
She might be talking about my YouTube. But yeah. But no, it's about, you know, teaching financial literacy. It's something that I did as a business manager for 20 years in my career when I was still working full time, teaching celebrities and professional athletes and politicians how to manage their money. And I always wanted to do it for everyday people in my tax practices. And so I put it in a book, and now it's in a digital course that I'm offering to folks. And, you know, my brand of financial literacy is less about 1 + 1 = 2. And if something costs $3, you don't have enough. It's about why we beg, borrow, steal, Venmo, Cash App, Title Pawn to get the money to buy that thing we can't afford. It's more about the why and less about the math. And I think that's why a lot of people have failed with achieving financial freedom, because they work too much on how do you budget? Everybody know how to darn budget. The problem is you got to learn to say no to family members who cash apping you every day.
Oh, preach. Preach, God. Please keep going. I hope my family members are watching this. Please. Preach.
Right. Hello. You got to say no to those labels. You know, wealthy people don't wear their assets on their ass. You know, you got right. You got to learn the game. And that's what we teach in Crawl Before You Ball.
My sister asked me to buy her a Louis Vuitton purse. Now I said, is there anyone else in your circle, preferably the man you are sleeping with,
in that part,
that can contribute to such a gift? I didn't birth you. You are my sister.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. She was like, so I ain't gonna get it. No, you're not. No, you can do whatever your money dictates. I mean, they do got them little thrift stores where you can buy a knockoff LV, or, you know, an old LV that wasn't kept right, and you can get it repaired. You can do that. I know a lot of girls that be in them little name brand boutiques.
Smart girls.
Yeah.
Smart girls.
Okay. They buy their red bottoms for $300 as opposed
or they paint red on the bottom.
They do. I need to do that shit. I need to do that. They won't be able to tell.
I'd rather you keep your money and just paint the bottom of them shoes red, honey.
I'm like, they gonna turn black when you hit the concrete. You know what I'm saying? Scratching up. You know, but no, that's really good that you're offering such a course. Where can people access that course and talk to you and show support?
Sure. crawlbeforeyouBall.com is my website, and I do a YouTube channel show called Just Being Buffy every Tuesday and Thursday, where I answer live financial questions for free.
Okay. Yeah. Now, I do got to leave you with this. Are you going to maybe adopt?
My husband and I are talking about that.
We're so talking sweet. About it. That's so sweet. Yeah. There's so many kids.
Our hope and joy was to have a biological child, but we are in discussion about it.
You'll be shocked at how many kids that just want an identity, especially with you guys being able to financially really provide for children in ways that a lot of us probably didn't get coming up. And, you know, their opportunities are, you know, just more expanded. And I feel like, you know, you'll be shocked. I've seen kids get adopted and how much they just consider the people who are the most influential in their life, which is their adopted parents, mom and dad. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. You know, we've had some difficulties. I think people don't talk about this a lot, but I am married to a white man and we live in Georgia. And sometimes it's difficult for interracial couples to adopt. And that's a whole nother topic and show we can have.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Yeah, we got to talk because I'm seeing what is that? Israelis, gay couples, Israelis, men come all the way over here to the United States to pick up newborn babies, and they taking them back 3 days old with breast
I don't know
milk,
where they're getting them from.
with breast milk in a cooler. And I'm having to tell them they shouldn't even have no newborn in the airport because of all the viruses. I said, I had to tell, do you know your baby's about to get sick, huh?
Right.
It's too soon. They didn't tell you that. You ain't supposed to travel with no baby this young.
Right.
22-hour, 26-hour flight.
26 hours old. They ready to get home.
And the air is recirculating.
Right. Just nasty. Right. No, I get it. I would like people to know that it's not as easy as they think.
I cannot believe that. If LGBT couples can come and adopt, an interracial couple should be able to adopt.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying that it's difficult.
Do they look down on you or him? Like, how are they judging you guys when you put in the applications? What's going on?
No, it's more. We're in the South and people having difficulties with. I'll give you an example. We wanted to adopt a Black little girl. And the father, who wasn't really in the life of the child, found out that my husband was white and didn't want a white man raising his child, even though he ain't raising the child. And so there are issues like that happen. So
wow, yeah. I'm so sorry. So
no, it's fine. I've been blessed with nephews that my sister allowed us to pretty much help her raise. One of them started college this fall. Just sent that tuition check in. So, you know, it's fine. You know, we are fine. What I want to leave people with is not, you know, be sad for Buffy. Buffy has a great life. It's just we need
I can tell.
we need to bring morality back, regardless if it's on reality TV or not, and hold physicians accountable for their actions. And not gaslight people and tell them that they're not allowed to cry about the deaths of 6 kids, but everybody can cry when somebody's husband cheat on them. That's all I'm saying. Let's bring empathy back. That's all.
Well, I ain't gonna say who that shade was for, but thank you. I love how charming you are. How you just slipping right on there, like. All you need is a little hat, like with some gloves. Look. Thank you, Miss Buffy. I really appreciate
you having me.
I'm glad that we finally were able to do this, and because, like I said, we had some difficulties 2 or 3 times, and so and when it's right, it's right. And so you were absolute pleasure and delight, and thank you for just listening to my lisp the entire time.
I didn't notice it at all. You're so wonderful and
you.
warm. And this was not at all stressful for me. It was like talking to a good girlfriend. So
That's me.
you
And I told,
for being so
listen,
kind.
call me when you want me to run up on these hoes.
Pull up.
I will pull
You got
right
too
on
many
that.
assets too. You got too many assets too.
Everything, it ain't in my name.
You smart. You smart.
Listen, people don't even understand that. Like, I was gonna toe to toe because I ain't gonna lose nothing because it ain't in my name.
You smart.
It's called trust funds. Listen,
Yeah,
go after the trust if you want. Listen, no, thank you. I do appreciate you, and we'll definitely have you back on the show because I do want to have you back here to talk financial literacy to the winos. They love that.
Wealth.
And I'm going to have Chelsea reach out to your publicist, and we're going to go ahead and get you on the books for a second time.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And now we got to go.
Right.
You just got to say bye.
Bye.